So again, to show your work on these questions is the blue dots and the green dots on my graph shows my work.
But if you just like draw like that, like
Straight line, yeah. Go straight up, straight over. Do we remember some definitions? If you estimate a value between two values, what was that called? You remember?
Interpolation or portion.
That's close.
Extra.
One of them is inside and then this one is beyond. The inside one?
Like
Interpolation. Interpolation. And outside is extrapolation. So you'll need to know those words. And maybe you want to put that on your cheat sheet right now. If you're estimating inside values, that's interpolation. If you're estimating outside the values, so for example here, if they said, what about if it had a pressure of 5? How high would you have to be? Well, if I go to 5, 5 doesn't hit the graph. You would have to extend your graph and then it would hit it and then go over it. That would be extrapolation. Anytime you have to extend your graph to get the answer is extrapolation. Anytime it's within the points that you have, it is interpolation.
Suspicion.
Suspicion.
And the last question. This table of values, so again, whatever is first goes along your x-axis, whatever is second goes along your y-axis. Table of values shows the areas covered by different volumes of paint. We want to graph this, and it has a super long graph here. In fact, I'm going to view and zoom to see the entire page for graphing it, and I'll zoom back out afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line here and I'm going to draw a straight line down here. That's pretty straight. And a straight line across over here. Of course, this is your x, this is your y. So the first thing I'm going to do is under my x, I'm going to label volume of paint. And on my y, this is area covered. And my numbers for x go 4, 8, 12, 16. Maybe I'll count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. It is very important when we're graphing that whatever scale we use, I'm counting by twos. I can't count by twos for a little bit, then count by ones, then count by fours. Whatever my jump is, and I'm jumping by twos, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Can we go up by
I keep that. You could go up by fours, but you want to sort of spread it out nicely as possible. So here I want to go all the way up to 128. Now sometimes it's helpful if you know a little bit of mental math. 32 and 64, those are multiples of what?
8.
Multiples of 8. So I think maybe going by 8s would be really smart. So I'm going to go 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. What's 48 plus 8? 56, 64. 64 and 16 will be 80, 96. I hope that I have enough to, and 16 would be 108.
My
And
apologies.
16 would be like 100 and 20.
You look good, man. He's got glasses.
No. Let's see, 16, 32, 96.
I like your glasses, Abel.
Proud of you, buddy.
Yeah.
Can you see really clear?
Yeah.
Is it nicer?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Like, you know it's gonna make a difference, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I really like the style.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, 96 and 8 is 104. This will be 112, and this will be 128. So a little bit hard to count by eighths, but this is a nice scale that I used. What are you looking at? Oh, also pulled out his new glasses.
Why weren't you wearing them?
Yeah.
Forgot.
My gosh, two studs
Okay.
you can see.
Smartest dude.
Yeah.
Seems awkward.
So now that you have glasses,
Proud of both of you.
I have to apologize. This is what Mr. Trick looks like.
Yeah, that's my bad. Whoopsies.
Oh man, I'm still recording.
I love it.
Brandon, were you here yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, we're finishing up the review.
I did not mean
So
to
now-
interrupt. I was just super proud of these guys to have
4
some
and 32, I make a dot.
That's
Yeah.
Two.
8 and 64, I make a dot.
Wait, which one do you have?
12 and 96, I make a dot. And 16 and 128, I make a dot.
So here, what's the number after 40 on that side?
48, 64, 80, 96. It was really hard when I'm extended like this. It's really hard to write things nicely. So this is our job to draw it. And since we're doing linear graphs, a hint on your test tomorrow, if you've done it right and you join them, it should make a perfect straight line. If you've plotted them wrong tomorrow, it will not
What's
make a
after
straight line.
80?
After 80 is 96, 112.
And then 120.
Hey, now I want to see, you guys should switch glasses, see who's the stronger.
Or if they're
Right.
different.
They will be different,
Be careful.
but you'll be able to tell. Let's see, who's the stronger? Are they the same? Are they the same? Almost.
His is a little stronger.
This one's a little stronger, you feel?
They're
Kind of a little bit weaker?
I checked his fingerprints.
Oh, just finger. You gotta keep them clean, man. You forgot.
Yeah, mine are all scratched.
I don't know why I can't see anymore. You can.
Doctors automatically.
You go like. And then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Get those fingerprints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Una
Yes.
pregunta. Hay que hacerlo perfecto.
Start again. Mr. Jarrett,
I have the question.
what is your question?
Hay que hacerlo perfecto.
¿Este es perfecto?
No, pero digo que hay que hacer la línea perfecta.
Yeah.
El 4,
Ocho.
el 2.
Oh, you should use the lines that are given to you. Here, they give you these lines. You should use them. Right? Use the graph lines. Don't put two in between. They give you graph lines for that reason. So now I'm going to zoom back up. We can see our numbers have a little bit better. I was going by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. This is a 10.
We appreciate
12, 14, 16. How many liters are required to paint 60 meters squared? So, we're going to go to 60. I had 64 here. I'm going to mark on here that I'm going to say 60 looks like it's about there. I go straight across, hit a point, and go straight down. And I hit somewhere between 6 and 8. So should I write 6? No, I should write 7. 7, and the units is liters, so I should put L for liters. So you see how we started? We found out where 60 was, go straight across, hit the graph, straight down, we get 7. Next, what I'm going to do in purple. It's nice to sometimes color code things so you can see the work later. How many square meters can be covered with 30 liters of paint? Oh my goodness, what do I have to do? I have to extrapolate. And my liters of paint only went to 16. So I'm going to have to 14, 16, 18, 20. I should have read ahead because if I would have, I might have made my scale a little bit different. But 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30 would be here. And in purple, I would have to go straight up from 30. Oh my goodness. And I would have to extend my line. And then I would have to go. So this is where I would be like, oh, I might want to redo my scale. Because I'm extrapolating, looks like it bent a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
If you did this on a test, and I'm going to have to add 16 and 16, this will be 160 to there. And then I need to go all the way up to 1, 2, 3, 4 more will be another 32, 192, another 8 will be 200. I'm going to say 205. $205 meters squared. This is an extrapolation. And right now, I'm not very happy with that because my graph wasn't very accurate. It bent, I was off. It's going to be a little bit less accurate. If I wanted to be really accurate, I could figure out the formula.
It's like what was nice. Did you have the program phrase that one?
No, because I created the graph. So had I read ahead that I needed 30, I might have made this part go up to 30. And maybe jumped by 4s instead of jumping by 2s. Okay. Now, if you wanted to get really mathy, do you see the formula between here and here? If I can figure out the formula that my area equals, I can see it, but I want you to see if you can pick out the formula. Something that you go from this number and you get 64. This number, you get 32.
Is it times 8?
Is it times 8? So 8 times the paint. Is it true? Check it. If you had a calculator, 12 times 8, it is 196. 16 times 8 is 128. So this is my formula. So now I'm going to check how good we did with these questions with formula. Now that I know the formula, and the formula is way better than estimating from a graph. For this one, if the formula is that the amount that you need is, or the area is 8 times the amount of paint, which I use P, and we knew the area was 60. How do you get P by itself? You would divide by, opposite of multiplying by 8, you would divide by 8. And if I would go to my calculator and do 60 divided by 8, I would get 7.5 liters. How close are we? Not bad. We had 7. The actual answer, 7.5. Not bad. I'm kind of scared in the purple one we might be way off, but I'm curious. Okay? If I actually use the formula. And this time I know the area is 205. No, that's the answer I want to find. I know that the paint was 30. Oh no. What's 30 times 8? What's 3 times 8? 24. So 30 times 8 will be 240. Oh, we were actually off. My line got bent and I was off. So sometimes right? On the test, if you showed me this and you showed me that you know how to do the work, I'd be like, perfect. Unless you're like really badly off. Like if you said 16, I'd be like, no, that's really bad, right? But if your idea is there and you're somewhat close, I would give that to you on the test.
And you show.
But the formulas
Technical line.
shows you how important and amazing formulas are because they get us our answers right away. Okay, so I'll give you some time to think about this one. Okay, some of this stuff you put on your cheat sheet, some of it you just have to think about. How do you create a scale? Okay, what's important? It's important, and we didn't do this. Maybe you read through the whole question to find out everything you have to find out. That's something I didn't do. And when I got to this last question with 30 liters, I was like, oh man, I have to continue this further than I wanted to.
Stier,
Yes,
I have the question.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
¿Y cómo podemos saber en qué los números de ahí tenemos que ponerlo por la línea amarilla?
Esa.
Okay, so you have to look at these numbers are the X, and these numbers are your Y. So I know my Y has to go up to 128, and my X's go up to 16.
Yes.
Then I read my questions, and here it has 60. So I know my Y's have to include 60. It did, that's no problem. But then in C it says my liters have 30. Then I'm like, oh, my X values only went up to 16. But this question says I need to make sure they show up to 30. So then I might rearrange my graph a little bit more. So it's not something that I would necessarily put on a cheat sheet, but does it make sort of common sense that this question has a lot of things involved and it makes sense to read the whole question and make a plan before you just start graphing, right? Because what would be a very bad thing if you started doing this? Okay, well, I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're like, all right, I have to plot 128. Oh no,
I'm a little off.
can I borrow scrap paper and you tape them and your test is like super long in the end? Maybe change your scale. So scale and thinking about it and pre-planning is important.
Mr. Gio,
Hmm.
can you explain question number 7 to me?
Question number 7. This is question number 7.
Uh,
We just did it.
no, part 1.
Talking about 20 minutes more.
Part 1, question number 7.
You are a student.
Like, I don't know.
This one
how-
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 7 was related to the start here
I
from
got
5.
the other parts, but I just don't have that.
Okay. So in 5, we took the tables and we made our table of values. And from that table of values, we actually did a lot of math. We saw we were jumping by 3s. And so because we were jumping by 3s, we said it's going to be 3 times this number. But when I do 3 times 3, I get 9. I'd have to add 2 to get 11. When I do 3 times 2, I get 6. I'd have to add 2 to get 8. So then I got my formula, 3t plus 2. But then I remember, okay, this is my x, this is my y. So it's going to be y equals 3x plus 2. In the next question, it asks for the table of values, which we already did in the previous one, so this was easy. We already got the equation, 3x plus 2. And we had to remember that x was the tables, and y was the seats, or the amount of people that you could have. So what do we have? The number of people at each table is 2 more. 2 more means plus 2, so I'm going to underline this. This 2 more means the plus 2, and then 2 more than 3 times the number of tables is 3x. So that is why the answer is A. So we have to use the English in the question to see which of those English sentences matches our equation. All right, finish up your